and welcome to my Happy Path online yoga studio. My name is Shani Matthews. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please make your way onto your back. Allow the legs to draw long, spine to draw long, palms facing down, eyes closed, relaxing the legs, the chest, the arms, the facial features, and starting to drop into the mat, allowing the breath to be your ultimate importance. Slowly allowing that long breath to come into effect. Breathing into this beautiful gift you're giving yourself. Feeling how the inhalation and the exhalation grow into a 4 count. Counting to yourself in a loving way. Inhaling on a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. If the 4-2 ratio breath feels easy to you, allow yourself to go into a 6-3 count. Either way, allowing that breath to deepen your connection with yourself. Staying here a moment, deepening that breath, deepening the connection, deepening your love for self. My purpose for today is to bring space into breathing into patience within ourselves, loving exactly where we are in this moment, who we are, where we are, and the person that we have become. By breathing into yourself, you start to slowly understand through the connection with the breath that you are perfect right now as you are. That doesn't mean that we can't be better people and we can't continue to grow into the best people we can be. But we can also let go of judgment of where we think we should be and trust that this path of life that we are on is filled with curves and corners, hills and downhills. It is with staying in a gratitude place, a place of patience, that we are able to be in the true sparkle of what life is offering us. Take a moment now to connect in to a place that you have been maybe judgmental with yourself, thinking that you should be somewhere else, somewhere further along on that path. Maybe you're creating a business, or you're trying to create a healthy weight for yourself. Or maybe you're developing a relationship and you think it should be at a different place than where it is. Whatever it is in your life, take a moment to connect in and create an intention for yourself. Where in your life can you be more patient and loving? Quoting Lao Tzu, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Breathing loving gratitude into yourself. Connect in with the beauty of your journey and where you're at in this exact moment. Loving yourself for who you are. 10 more breaths here, connecting in with that intention. Start to bring the Ujjayi breath that's created by a slight constriction in the back of the throat into effect with that 4-2 or 6-3 ratio breath as you connect in deeper with your intention. 5 more breaths here. Two more breaths. And at the end of your next exhale, pull the knees into the chest. Place the hands on the knees and start to draw the knees in individual large circles. Starting to loosen up the lower back. Instead of going into a place of normalcy for you, start to allow the breath to bring a patience into the cells so that you don't just go into a place that you've always been, but maybe connecting in with a place that's been forgotten or not noticed because you haven't given yourself the patience to breathe into what your body, your soul, your mind is calling for. A few more breaths here as you circle the knees, grounding in and centering into what yourself needs for you. So that you may connect in with every step of the journey that's needed for you to become your highest self, your most brilliant self, your most loving, incredible, gorgeous self. One more breath here. And then let the feet rise to the sky, bringing the hands around the ankles. Pull the knees towards you. If you feel like you have the space, go ahead and bring the hands outside the feet. Coming into happy baby pose, rock yourself from side to side. Massaging the spinal column, deepening the breath, deepening the connection with you. 5 more breaths here. And then coming to the end of your next exhale, let the left foot come on down to the mat, keeping the right hand around the ankle or at the outside of the right foot. Come into half happy baby pose, allowing that left knee to drop wide, and feel how that creates a different form of opening for you in the hips. Allowing those eyes to close, engaging the parasympathetic nervous system. 3 more breaths here. And then coming to center, letting that right foot go down to match the left, kissing the left, coming into Supine Baddha Konasana. Let the hands rest on the hips and feel the knees dropping deeper into the mat as you connect with the breath in a deeper way for 2 rounds here. And on your exhale, draw the knees into the chest. Allow the feet to rise towards the sky. Hands around the ankles or the outsides of the feet. Come back into a rocking happy baby. Again, not just doing what you normally would do for a happy baby pose, but taking the time to figure out where your body needs that extra attention. Being patient with yourself, trusting your intuition of what your body needs. A few more breaths here. Bringing that happy smile to the face, literally shifting the cells from the inside out with the smile. And then letting the right foot go. Placing it on the ground and letting that right knee open up. Keeping the left knee drawing into the mat as you rock back and forth. Creating that little different opening within the hip joint. One more breath here. And then letting that left foot go on down to the right. Kissing the feet together. Placing the hands on the hips. Feeling how the knees support the lower back and the hips in their opening process. Breathing into yourself here. Supporting where you're at in this moment. Drawing the knees back into the chest. Bringing both feet towards the sky and feeling those legs extending high. And then interlacing the legs by placing the left leg over the right, coming into eagle pose but on the ground. So with the left leg interlaced over the right, place the right arm over the left, interlacing the arms in a lovely twisting form. The palms come together if that feels good, otherwise just grasp around the wrists. With intention, pull the shoulder blades down the back, feel the spine elongating into the mat. And bring your right thumb into the third eye point between the eyebrows. And stay here for the next 3 rounds of breath. Breathing the word patience and love into every cell of the body. One more breath. And then exhale, extend yourself long on your mat. Pull the left foot and the left hand away from each other, extending, creating space in the body. And then bringing it on over the right side. Right hand, right foot reaching away from each other. And then coming back to center, pulling the knees into Supine Baddha Konasana. And this time placing the hands in the crook of the quadricep and hip, and then pressing with straight arms against the legs, helping bring a little more space in between the vertebrae. 2 breaths here. Pulling the tummy up and in at the end of the exhale. And then letting it go. Drawing the knees into the chest, feet rising high, feeling that extension emanating through the leg bones. Right leg comes on top of the left, interweaving the legs. Left arm on top of right, interweaving the arms. Pulling the shoulder blades down the back as the spine stays long and connected to the mat. Bringing the left thumb to the center of the forehead between the eyebrows, the third eye point. Breathe loving kindness and patience into yourself here. Knowing you are perfect just as you are. At the end of your exhale, stretch your body super long, feeling love in every single cell of the body. Extending the right foot away from the right hand. Inhaling deeply there, and then exhaling, letting the left hand reach further away from the left foot. Oh, feeling that expansiveness you're giving yourself. And then coming back to center. Drawing the feet together, placing the hands in the crook of the legs. On the inhale, press against the legs. As you exhale, pulling that belly up and in. Two more breaths here. Now at the end of the exhale, drawing those knees into the chest, placing the hands under the legs behind the hamstrings. Rock yourself on up, taking a few rocks to come all the way up. And then placing the hands at the head of your mat, walk yourself back into all fours. Placing the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Inhale, extend your right arm away from the left leg. Feeling that cross section of energy that comes through the body and how they're connected. Feeling patience into each cell of the body as you hold for one more breath. On the exhale, pull the right hand towards that left knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bowing in. 3 more times, inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more time in full extension. Keeping that left foot in alignment with the hip. The right hand is in alignment with the shoulder. Core is engaged. Facial features soft. One more breath. And then placing the right hand and that left knee on the mat. Come into child's pose, extending those hands out to the front of the mat. Dropping the hips back. Rest the forehead and the arms on the mat. Taking a moment here to reconnect in with your intention for class. Where can you be more patient with yourself and where you're at in your process of creating your true purpose and highest potential? 3 more breaths here. At the end of your exhale, snake on through and rise in cobra or up dog. Feeling your heart expand. Exhale, come on to all fours. Placing fingers spread wide, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Letting that left hand rise as the right foot rises. Feeling into that structure, that foundation, that strength that is you. As you breathe deeper into yourself, allowing that breath to nurture you and heal you with the oxygen as it releases toxins and negative belief patterns and worry and stress with the exhale. One more breath here, keeping that right foot in alignment with the hips. Exhale, bow into yourself, feeling your gratitude. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more times. Patient with yourself, not rushing the movement, but flowing with the breath. One more time. Extending once again, holding, feeling your brilliance within, loving yourself, loving who you are right now. Exhale, left hand comes to the mat as the right knee does. Exhale, push on back into child's pose. This time, keeping the arms high, energetically engaged, keeping the elbows off the mat. Allow the shoulder blades to roll open towards the floor, helping to create a little bit more space behind the heart. Now, take your attention to that place behind the heart and visualize it softening. Feel it softening. Lovingly opening up so that you can connect in with your sparkle in a more nurturing, loving way. A way that brings you on a journey of life that connects in with your true purpose. One more breath here. And exhale, snaking your way right on through, rising in cobra up dog, feeling your brilliance as you let the heart open up through the collarbones, shoulders sliding down the back as they round open, allowing more space. One more breath here. And then exhale, coming into child's pose, tucking the toes, rise into down dog. Creating that alignment for down dog, fingers spread wide, feet and hands hip width apart and shoulder width apart respectively. Lifting the toes, maybe heels are off the ground, that's beautiful if the case is that. But making sure you're keeping those legs engaged, femur bones shooting up towards the sky as you open the heart towards the mat, rolling the shoulders open, shaking out the head. 2 more breaths here. Inhaling the left foot to the center. Allow the right toes to rise with patience, connecting the breath with the movement. Exhale with a slow 4-count breath. Let the toes come back down. Now the left foot, inhaling 4 count, letting the toes rise with the breath. Exhale, toes lower with that breath. One more time with the right foot, inhaling with patience, with love for self. Exhale, this time tucking that knee on through with the core engaged. Place that right foot with control between the right hands. Walking the right foot to the right, let that right hand rise towards the sky, creating a twist with that left knee high, left leg engaged, right hip is tucking underneath you, feeling into that stretch, that brilliance, as you love yourself by giving yourself the gift of yoga. One more breath here. Exhale, hands come down to the mat, placing that left knee on the mat. Come on up. Right elbow to right knee. Bring that left foot towards you. No, always loving yourself when you fall off balance. Holding that left foot in the left hand, maybe bringing the forefinger to the thumb or the middle finger to the thumb. Let your eyes close as you open up that left psoas, left hamstring. Once again, connecting in with that patience for where you are at right now. Two more breaths. Smiling. Eyes soft. Letting that left foot go. Bringing the hands inside the right foot. Walking that right foot a little wider. And either staying here and feeling your expansion of the spine and the heart, or coming on down to the forearms. Keeping that right knee opening up, but not coming onto the side of the foot. Keeping that foot planted in the mat. Maybe allowing the toes to rise off that mat to engage the arch. And then allowing your head to soften. Cervical spine softens. 5 breaths here in lizard. Deepening that loving connection with self. Breathing with the patience that lies and resides in every single cell of you. 2 more breaths here. At the end of your next exhale, place the hands inside the foot. Straighten that right foot so it can come on back to meet the left. Inhale, let's let the heart shine forward as we come into a couple rounds of cat-cow. And then tucking the toes, rise on up into down dog. Having an open mouth, exhale for the next 3 rounds of breath. Let anything go that's hurting you, holding you back, causing strain, worry, or stress. Inhaling deeply. One more time. Placing the right foot in the center and connecting in with that patient rising of the left foot with the breath. Exhale, left toes come on down. Right toes rise slowly with that inhale, patience and love. Exhaling, movement connected with the breath. Left toes rising once again. This time coiling through the belly. And with kindness and love, placing that left foot between the hands. Walking that left foot to the left, coming onto the right palm. Twist that left hand open. Feeling into your sparkle as you expand. Wrapping that left hip underneath you. 2 more breaths here. Keeping that right leg engaged and energized. Right kneecap sliding up towards the hips. 1 more breath. So beautiful. Let it go and come on down with the knee on the right side. Placing the left elbow on that left knee. Bring that right foot towards the right hand. Opening up that yummy psoas on the right side. Bringing the fingers together, pointer finger and thumb, or maybe middle finger and thumb. Closing the eyes. Taking that option to bring a smile to the face. Loving where you're at right now. One more breath. And exhale, letting that right foot go. Bringing both hands inside the foot. Walking that left foot just a little wider. Inhaling here and keeping that spine long if that's what feels good for you. Or coming onto the forearms. Dropping the head. And letting yourself feel into this opening you're creating. This true love of self. Taking those steps on the path of life to create a happier, healthier self. When you come to the mat on a daily basis, you literally create those small steps each day that bring a healthier, vibrant, loving, more supportive you into truth, into reality. 1 more breath here. And then coming back onto the hands. If you're on the forearms, letting that left foot come back to meet the right. Inhale, heart opening. Exhale, bowing in. Twice more, inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Letting the toes tuck, rise on up into down dog. Bending both knees. Step or jump to your hands. Rising halfway, hands on the shins, opening the heart. Exhale, forward fold. Holding here for 2 rounds of breath. And then slowly coming on up, 1 vertebra at a time. Coming into standing eagle. Same pose we did in supine. Allow the left leg to wrap itself around the right. Maybe bringing that foot around the calf muscle. Otherwise, you can have that right foot to the side, whichever feels best for your body. Breathing into that grounding sensation and then letting that right arm come in front of the left. Placing the hands together. Drawing the shoulders down the back as the elbows rise to match the height of the shoulders. Bring calmness to your eyes. Bring patience to your spirit. 1 more breath. Inhale, allowing yourself to unwind. Picking that left foot up, feeling that extension, that strength, that beauty that's you. And then letting the left foot come on down, hands to the heart. Right leg comes on top of the left. Left arm in front of the right. Elbows in alignment with the shoulders. Pulling the shoulder blades down the back. Maybe deepening your lunge just a little bit. Maybe letting the toes rise off the mat. Unclenching any parts of the body. One more breath here. On your next exhale, let your hands rise as the right leg rises. Inhale, extend, extend, extend. And then letting the right foot come down, hands to the heart. Taking a breath here to feel your brilliance. And then slowly coming back down to the mat. Making your way onto a flat back. Pulling the knees into the chest. Letting the knees rock on over to the right side, supine twist. Left arm in an L or straight. Eyes come to close. One more breath here. And the knees coming back to center. Letting the knees rock on over to the left side. Right arm in an L. Eyes closed. Creating that loving twist. So yummy. Coming back to center. Placing the feet on the ground, knees are high. Both arms in an L. Allow the body shake back and forth as you push against the feet. Spinal rock. A few more breaths here. And then letting the feet come long. Dropping into Shavasana. Palms facing up or down. Hands wider than shoulders. Feet wider than hips. Pulling the shoulder blades out to help yourself feel more centered upon the back. Rock the head from side to side. Finding the center of the skull. And then allowing yourself to drop deeply into a loving, supportive Shavasana. Feeling that sense of loving relaxation floating over every body, part of the body, every cell, and every space between. Allow yourself to drop deeper into your mat, knowing that you are 100% cherished, 100% loved, and 100% supported. Quoting an unknown source, the positive thinker sees the invisible, feels the intangible, and achieves the impossible. With the deepest of gratitude, thank you for taking each step of your journey so that you may achieve the impossible and create your highest, most brilliant self by creating this gift for yourself of coming to the mat. You not only allow your brilliance to truly shine, but you, in a way that is unspoken, allow others to do the same. In love and light to you and to all beings on the planet. Om Namah Shivaya. Namaste.